Hey mamas, Ao here. Today we have a sweet and empowering yet also indulgent practice designed specifically for the third trimester. So as always, check with a doctor and make sure that you're cleared for practice, and then let's hop on your mat and jump on in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey mamas, welcome to your third trimester. In today's practice, we're going to explore a lot of different poses and breath work that might just feel really, really good about now. So third trimester is a really nice time to invite a sort of mantra or intention into your practice. It could be, I am strong, or I am capable, or I will meet each moment as it comes. So you're welcome already now to think if there's something that you connect with, that resonates with you, that might be helpful during practice, and maybe even to bring with you to birth and to labor. We'll start out in a comfortable cross-legged position on our mat, hands resting on our knees. You can roll your shoulders back and down. And sitting extra tall, let's take a full breath in. And just slowly exhale, release that breath, feel it leaving you. And again, taking a full deep breath in. And exhale, release through the nose or the mouth. And one more time, breathing in. And releasing. And sitting here again, just give yourself time to arrive in this space, time maybe to celebrate having reached this milestone of third trimester. It's a special place to be. And you can already now just invite in, say to yourself, whatever mantra it is, whatever intention it is that you feel connected to today. So again, maybe I am strong, I am capable, I will meet each moment as it comes. And reminding yourself of that, we'll continue with a gentle intro to our practice led by our breath, sitting tall as we inhale. Let's release our head forward and over to the left as we exhale. Returning the head forward and right on the inhale. And then rolling it forward and left on the exhale. Forward and right on the inhale. And this next time, forward and left and all the way around on the exhale as we breathe, releasing the head back behind you for 3. And breathing for 2. One more full deep breath. And reversing the direction of the head and neck circles, releasing the head forward and right as you breathe in. And back and left as you breathe out for 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath here. And then we return our head to center. Now we're going to start with some gentle arm circles, so we can begin with the right hand. As we inhale, let's sweep that right arm all the way up and overhead. And then as we exhale, let that arm come back behind us and over to our right side again. And these can be big circles or small, so inhale, sweeping up and over. And exhale, releasing back and down. Let's practice this another 3. And breathing, another 2. One more full deep breath. And this next time we sweep our right arm up and overhead, let's leave it there, transitioning to a side stretch. Your left hand can rest on the mat, or if you're welcome to join me, with your left elbow lower if that feels good for you. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale back up to a seated position, and exhale, let's switch between our legs, recrossing front leg to back and back leg to front. Now we begin those arm circles with our left arm. So inhaling the left arm up and over at a diagonal, and then exhaling it back over to the left and down. And you can make these as big or small as you want, inhaling up and over, and exhaling back and down. Breathing another 3. And breathing another 2. One more full deep breath. And this next time, taking that left arm, circling it up and overhead and leaving it there, placing right hand or elbow on the mat and transitioning to a lovely side stretch. This one feels so good. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. Now, one more full deep breath. Inhale, let's come back up to seated, and exhale, we can transition to hands and knees for cat-cow. So placing our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips, or if you like, widening the stance a bit further just to create more space for baby. Rather than cat-cow, we're actually going to take kind of cat neutral. We don't want to let our tummy drop too low, lest we overstrain our low back. So as we inhale, let's just breathe in a nice neutral. And then as we exhale, we round and contract chin to the chest. And inhale, neutral, or just a light arch. And exhale, round and contract. Breathing here, 5. See if you can reconnect to that mantra, I am strong. And breathing, 4. I am capable. Breathing, 3. I will meet each moment as it comes. And breathing, 2. Now one more full deep breath here. And maybe transitioning through a down dog or whatever feels like a good way for you to come to standing today. So if you're taking a down dog, you can lengthen your legs and begin to walk your hands back to your feet. Alternately, walk your hands back to your knees. Inhale to standing on knees, and exhale, one foot tucking the back toes under. Maybe having a chair or a wall nearby for support, especially third trimester, it always helps, or just pressing into that front thigh to come up to standing. And we're going to take a fun little flow in standing today, starting with some arm stretches. So our feet are about hips distance apart, and we're setting up mountain, and you can just allow it to feel good to stand tall and neutral. Think about creating space between every vertebra in the spine, lengthening up. For some of you, maybe your babies are still high, and so you're experiencing a little bit of lung constriction, making it harder to take those full deep breaths, or maybe your baby's dropped down low and you're doing that bathroom run a few times an hour or whatever it may be. So either way, we want to just visualize, breathe into, create as much space as possible in our mountain pose. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. Now one more breath here. And like I said, we're gonna take a little arm flow that explores side stretching. So I'm gonna face you guys to make it a bit easier for you to see what I'm doing. We'll start with the left arm. Let's inhale the left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, just tip over. You can slide your right hand down your thigh. And inhale, reach that arm up. And exhale, release that left arm down. And inhale now the right arm up. And exhale, tipping to your left. And inhale, right arm up. And exhale, lowering it down. One more time each side. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, tip, tip, tip. And inhale, left arm up. And exhale, release. And inhale, right arm up. And exhale, tipping over. And inhale, right arm up. And exhale, release. You can continue with this flow or join me in a fun little variation. Inhale, left arm up. Now, as you exhale, we're tipping over to your right, but we're seeing if maybe the fingers, the palms are willing to touch or just come closer together. And inhale, we become upright. And exhale, release. And inhale, right arm up. And exhale like you're pressing, making a little sandwich. And inhale up. And exhale, release. One last time each side. Inhale up. And exhale, tipping to your right. And inhale up. And exhale, lower. And inhale up. And exhale, tipping to your left. And inhale up. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Now returning to face the front of the mat, let's step your right foot forward and your left leg back. We're bending our front right knee and we're setting up a modified warrior one. Call it modified because in third trimester, it's not always possible to really keep our hips so square to that front leg, but we'll do what we can. So setting up our warrior one, front right knee is bent and back left leg is long. We take the next few poses to remind ourselves that even though we're big and even though we're round, we are still powerful and strong. So let's inhale our arms up and exhale, soften the shoulders, and we're just looking in front of us. And we're focusing on fixing our gaze. And we'll stay here for a few breaths and again, reconnect to that mantra. So full breath in and full breath out. And again, just fiercely focusing that gaze in front of you. We can breathe and tell ourselves, or hey, even say out loud, I am strong and I am capable. I will take each moment as it comes. Let's take one more inhale here. And as we exhale, we're gonna open into our warrior two. So our front right knee is still bent. Maybe we distance the feet a touch. In third trimester, our warriors are probably a little bit more staggered, wide-legged. Fingers at shoulder height, front knee stays bent. Thighs engaged, pelvic floor lightly lifted, our Mula Bandha. And breathing here, we're going to practice a little bit of a lion's breath or a lion's roar, at least a variation on it. So using our breath, maybe you're feeling your arms starting to burn, but building strength, reminding ourselves of our power. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, making an audible sound. So full breath in. Breathing in. Once more in. Beautiful. We're going to relieve that front right leg. Inhale, let's straighten it. And exhale, tipping into triangle. Left arm reaching up and right arm grounding down. Breathing here and creating space, calm, and ease for another 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath. As you inhale, back to standing tall. And exhale, we're gonna just one more time bend that front right knee for crescent lunge, side angle. You could rest your right hand or forearm on the right thigh. Inhale the left arm all the way overhead, or for me it feels good just to reach and extend it up to the ceiling right now. And breathing here, I wonder if our lower body can be strong, our upper body reaching. But as we breathe here, can we soften everything that's not needed? Softening the muscles of our face, our jaw, just focusing on each breath in and each breath out as we continue here. Another 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath here. Inhale, let's stand tall, and exhale. We're gonna turn that right foot in and scooch back to our mountain pose. So I'm stepping each of my feet in, realigning my feet underneath my hips or maybe a touch wider. Rolling shoulders back and down, turning palms to face forward, standing tall. You can even close your eyes. Breathing here in vertical elongation. For 3. And breathing. 2. Now, one more full deep breath, and we're just gonna kind of play with that little arm series we did before one more time. This time starting with your right hand, inhale, right arm up, and exhale, tipping over to your left, and inhale, right arm up, and exhale, release. And inhale, left arm up, and exhale, tip into your right. And inhale, left arm up, and exhale, release. Now already welcome to join me in that variation. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, pressing that little sandwich. And inhale, right arm up, and exhale, release. And inhale, left arm up, and exhale, pressing that little sandwich. And inhale, left arm up, and release. One last time each side. Inhale, right arm, and exhale, tipping. And inhale, right arm, exhale, release. And inhale, left arm, and exhale, tipping. And inhale, left arm, and exhale, release. Now this time it's our left foot that's turning out and stepping to the front of the mat. We're setting up for our warrior one. Again, third trimester, we're probably pretty wide-legged at this time. Hips may not square completely forward. It's okay, it is what it is, we modify. Our front knee is bent. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fiercely focus the gaze. Now, classically in Warrior One, we look up. Sometimes that's a little bit challenging for balance, especially this far along. So maybe just looking in front of you. Anyone seeking a more grounding modification can always place hands on heart or hands on hips. I always like hands on heart because it's nice to feel our heart beating. So breathing here, again, we revisit those mantras. Full breath in. And full breath out. And I am strong. And I am capable. And I will meet each moment as it comes. One more full deep breath. And with your next inhale, you can open into your warrior two. Exhale, roll shoulders down, maybe deepening the stance. And breathing here, just as before, we practice that fierce, that lion's breath, tapping into that primal place inside of you, reminding yourself that you can be soft and also strong. Full breath in. And breathing in. One more full deep breath. Lengthening through your triangle pose. Inhale, lengthen that left leg, and exhale, lower. Left hand to left leg, right arm up to the sky. Rooting through your feet, reaching through your fingers, just breathing here into a place of balance. For 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale one more time. We're bending that front left knee for our crescent lunge, resting left hand or forearm. Inhaling right arm toward the ceiling, taking that lunge as deep as feels good for you. And breathing here as you reach up and look up again. How can you just accept the breath, focus on the breath, softening the muscles of your face, your jaw, your lips for a final 3. And breathing 2. One more full breath here. Inhale, stand tall, and exhale, we're gonna turn that left foot in and make our stance a bit shorter, but only a touch shorter, as we continue with a bit of goddess pose. So you can have your toes pointing out and your heels pointing in. Rolling your shoulders back, turning your palms forward. Take a full breath in here. And as you exhale, bend your knees, just sink your hips a touch. Now breathing here, hands can come to heart center. I know I like a little more support at this point, so I'm gonna place my hands on my thighs, and we're just gonna isolate some pelvic tilts. So just like with cat-cow or cat neutral, we're opening and we're releasing. We're bringing a touch of mobility into the pelvis. So let's take about 5 breaths here. Inhale, slight arch, releasing the tailbone back. And exhale, drawing the pubic bone up toward the belly button, releasing the tailbone down. And full breath in and out. And breathing in and out. For another 2. And breathing 1. Now inhale, you can straighten your legs, and exhale, maybe walk them a touch closer, and we'll transition into a deep squat. Deep squats, I guess you could say they're a touch controversial. If, for example, you know that your baby's in breech, then you can take one more round in goddess instead of dropping into that deep squat position. So inhale, open the chest, and exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, and we're just gonna let our hips come nice and low. So breathing here, traditionally in a squat, we have our toes pointing out. However, sometimes angling the toes in actually creates more of a space of opening in the pelvic floor. So just a little tip to keep in mind for labor. Don't know how far away y'all are from birth. I'm probably anywhere between now and the next few weeks. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. One more full breath in, and let's sit it on down on our mat with the exhale. Continuing with some lovely leg stretches, some gentle hip openers. You can lengthen your right leg forward and bend your left knee, left foot to the right thigh. Now in a moment, we're gonna fold forward. So rather than connecting my foot to my thigh, I'm actually just gonna create a little bit of space here. It gives me more room for my belly. So that's one way that I modify outside of the classic structure of the pose. And I encourage you to do the same, to do what's right for you and your baby. Full breath in, you can reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward into the open space inside that front right leg. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath. Inhale, let's sit up tall, and with the exhale, I'm reconnecting my left foot to my right thigh, and we're gonna take just some butterfly flutters. So you can have one hand by your ankle, one hand by your knee, and sitting here, we're just going to gently pulse that leg up and down, gently bringing ease and opening into the left hip. Now, if you've been practicing yoga for a while, and when you're sitting in this position, you don't feel much, then you can kind of take a half lotus variation with the ankle on the thigh. And then from here, again, we're very ever so gently fluttering the wing of that butterfly. We never want any sensation, any pain or discomfort in the kneecap. And all we want is to kind of just gently feel a slight opening in the hip, the left hip, for a final 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath. With the inhale, we can hug that right knee into the chest, and exhale, release it forward. We'll just prep the second side. So drawing that right knee in, opening it out, inhaling arms up, and exhale, folding forward inside your front left leg as you breathe. Another 4. And breathing 3. Another 2. Now one more breath here. Inhale, let's sit up tall, and exhale, either preparing butterfly on the second side or taking that half lotus variation. Our right hand comes to our right knee. We're just taking little flutters here. Breathing. Another 3. And breathing. 2. One more full deep breath. And we'll transition to full butterfly by hugging our right knee, resting our right foot on the mat, and then hugging the left knee, letting our feet come together, knees come apart. If you find there isn't enough space for you to fold forward, then you're welcome to distance your feet slightly from your groin, or prop your sit bones up on a blanket. We're taking a full breath in, lengthening through the spine, and as we exhale, you can just melt forward. Round the back, release the head and neck. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, come back up to seated, and exhale, you can rotate to face the long side of the mat. Now we'll take one more seated pose, which is a wide-legged forward bend. That's one of the things we've been preparing our hips for today. And then from there, just a delicious recline series. So I'm opening right leg right and left leg left. You can open to whatever extent feels good for you. A reminder that we don't want to overstretch at any point in pregnancy. So even if you find you have newfound flexibility that you want to just release into, resist the urge. We're only going to fold as far forward as we normally do. So keeping those legs nice and open, maybe pointing our toes up toward the ceiling, full breath in. And as we exhale, we can just walk our hands forward. And this can be a sort of very subtle stretch of just lightly tipping our chest forward. Or again, for those of you who may have been there before your practice, before your pregnancy rather, you can just round and release, pausing at whatever the natural point is where baby and belly almost make contact or start to make contact with the mat, just to keep a respectful distance there for 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath, and we're just going to do a little bit of traveling right and left. So inhale, let's travel to the right, and exhale, round and release. If you find this pose is too taxing or just doesn't feel so good for your hips, no, you can always bend one knee for a modification and then kind of fold forward from there. That's a gentler variation. I've said it before, one of the things I love about yoga is it can always be modified. You do you. So breathing one more full deep breath, and we'll just kind of take that same little pose on our second side, walking over to our left, breathing 3, and breathing 2. One more full breath here, and coming back through center. Inhale, let's come up to seated, and exhale, gently gather your legs back together again. Now moving to our recline series. If you have a bolster, this is a great time to grab it. I don't have access to my bolster today, so I have a pile of blankets here. So you can get creative and grab whatever cushion or blanket is around as we'll move to a couple of final reclined poses. So the first reclined pose that we're going to explore is Reclined Hero. So 2 options. I'm gonna start out, let's see, I'll try it with 2 blankets under my sit bones just to demonstrate kind of a classic hero pose. You're welcome to stay upright with your shoulders over your hips, kind of kneeling, your shins in contact with your mat, and putting as many blankets between the legs underneath the sit bones as desired to give you adequate support. So this is one option here, and this feels great. Only if you wish to go a bit deeper, then maybe stacking a blanket or so behind you, you can take your hands behind you And just begin to gently ease your way down to a reclined position, reclined hero. Now, maybe because I'm not propped up high enough, this is feeling like too much for me right now. I feel my knees hovering off the mat. So rather than trying to be any sort of hero, I'm just gonna kind of gently come back up, and maybe I'll move one blanket from front to back, see if this feels any better. Yeah, this is already feeling better. Just need a stack of pillows right under my head right here. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. Now, one more full deep breath. And using your hands for support, begin to place one hand to another hand and gently ease your way out of that reclined hero position as we transition toward reclined butterfly. So in reclined butterfly, again, what's the point of the blankets? What are we trying to do? We're creating a ramp-like structure. So you see today, like I said, I'm super improvising it. But we have something along the lines of that. That will be my ramp today. And what I'm doing is I'm easing kind of almost the base of my tailbone to the very start of the blanket, and then I'm just gonna lay myself down. Yeah, this one already feels real good. And my feet are together and my knees are apart. And I can have one hand or both hands resting on tummy and another hand resting by my heart. And breathing here, we're just gonna give ourselves time to slow down and to connect with baby. So yes, we still have those mantras of I am strong and I am capable and I will meet each moment as it comes. But at this point in our practice, I invite you to shift the focus to a place of connection with the life that's inside of you. The life that, God willing, soon you'll have the opportunity to meet, or not too soon for those of you just starting your 3rd trimester. We don't want to rush things. And breathing here, you're welcome to caress your tummy or just lay in stillness. Using the palms of your hand to communicate messages of love, messages of connection, of welcoming, of invitation to this beautiful life that will soon know the world, but right now only knows you as its mama. And just breathing to a space where, as earth goddess, fertility goddess, or just a rockin' woman on this planet, you are providing life to this little one inside you. So breathing here, what message do you want to send to your little one right now in this personalized delivery service? Letting your heart be full and sending any of those messages of love and caring via your breath, letting them reach your baby inside you for another 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath here. So you're welcome to continue laying here in a space of connection with your baby and butterfly. For me, I'm going to transition to a pose called tent pose. So I'm gently drawing my knees together, allowing my feet to come to the edges of the mat, knees tipped in. This just feels, I'm gonna make an adjustment. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, find your sweet spot. A bit more comfortable for the low back. And we'll just practice a bit of breath work. There's a whole sequence we did on easing toward labor and breathing toward ease and labor. So check that out. But breathing here, laying here, we're just gonna draw a full breath in. And on the exhale, I invite you to make an audible sound. You might wanna try an ooh or an ha, or whatever you feel comes naturally to you. And we're just gonna try that about 6 times together. So full breath in. I feel her moving. And breathing in. Let's just do one more. So we're going to transition to a little bit of a relaxation today. Generally, by this point in pregnancy, we like to be relaxing on our side, generally our left-hand side. So I'll invite you to turn to your left-hand side at this time. And we can use that bolster, or we can use those blankets like so. It's really nice to have something in between the knees. You can have a pillow underneath your head. You can have one that you hang on to. You can even roll a blanket up behind your back. The key is that you feel supported and comfortable so that your muscles, your body, and then your mind can begin to relax. So I'll give everyone a minute to transition into a side-lying position that feels good for you. And laying here, I kind of wish I had another one. I'm gonna improvise again. There we go. Oh, this is nice. It's nice to have something just to cuddle up against right here. So laying on your side, finding your way to a comfortable position, you can close your eyes. And we'll just take another few breaths here, letting our body be soft, letting our body be relaxed. And as you breathe here, you're welcome to one last time recall those mantras that we've been incorporating today. Breathing into the knowledge that I am strong and I am capable, and I will meet each moment as it comes. And breathing here, allow yourself to be held by the space of the blanket, the bolsters. All right, I guess I'll have to start that again. I guess I'm just going to wait for them to figure out their situation upstairs. David, take him on the balcony if you need to. I need 5 to 8 more minutes, or 6 minutes, or something.
So making your way to a comfortable side-lying position, and again, just taking that time to gather as many pillows, blankets, whatever you need in the house, so that your muscles can start to relax. And with it, your mind, as we dedicate these next few minutes to relaxation. So laying here and breathing here, you can close your eyes. And as you breathe deeply, we'll recall one last time those mantras that we've been repeating through practice. Breathing into the statement of, I am strong and I am capable, and I will take each moment as it comes. And as you breathe into those statements, you can just start to already feel a wave of relaxation come over your body. Laying here and resting here, closing your eyes, starting to join me in the following visualization. As each breath comes inside your body, feeling a touch restored, life and vitality inside of you. And as each breath slowly goes back out again, just again letting your body soften, letting your body release. And breathing here on this mat, just letting yourself experience a deeper and deeper sense of release with each breath in and with each breath out. The skin itself of your skin becoming softer and relaxed. The muscles that wrap and hold the bones becoming softer and relaxed. And even your bones melting into the mat below, becoming heavy yet totally and completely supported by the mat beneath you. And you can imagine your womb as a sort of garden, an ecosystem that's holding the life that is your baby right now. And so breathing here, just visualizing that garden. And inside the garden, seeing a beautiful flower. And as you continue to lay here and to breathe here, just visualizing that flower. What color is it? Maybe a soft pink, a purple, a white, whatever it is that you see. And as you breathe, the flower just softening and opening, breathing into that sense of opening and release. As you connect to your child, to that life that is growing inside the garden that is you right now. So laying here and breathing here, allowing yourself to stay in this blissful place just for another few breaths, or as long as feels good for you. Especially this later on in pregnancy, it's really sweet to give ourselves time and space to relax. So if you have a few more minutes here, if you have a half hour here, take it. It's a good and delicious and delightful place to be. And we'll just allow ourselves another 5 to 6 full deep breaths, releasing onto your mat for another full minute here. If you have more time, please take that time Otherwise, we can slowly ease to a seated position with the help of our hands, using our hands to gently prop us up, to walk us back to sitting on our mat. Maybe using one of those blankets to prop up our sit bones, creating a little more space for baby and for belly. And with our hands resting on our knees or together at heart center, we can inhale sitting tall. Exhale, releasing our head forward and breathing into a place of calm, composure, strength, femininity, whatever that might mean to you. We'll close our practice with 3 full deep breaths, breathing in and out, and breathing in and out. One more full deep breath and out. The lights in me see and honor the lights in each of you mamas. Thank you for practice and thank you for joining me. Please remember you are strong, you are capable. We can take each moment as it comes, blessing you with a joyful remainder of your pregnancy, with an easeful labor, and with just moments of bliss as you bring your little one into this world. Namaste.